If we took a survey, I think most people would acknowledge that their knee-jerk reaction to being interrupted is annoyance. Life has so many interruptions that we get annoyed and eventually numbed by them. A big part of Jesus' experience was also being interrupted, but read the Gospels closely and you'll discover his response of compassion. We all make plans. We have plans for the day and upcoming weeks. Some people even have 5-year plans. But perhaps one thing more certain than our planning is those plans being interrupted. We may plan our life, but life is often a story of unexpected interruptions. At times those interruptions are challenges, and sometimes they are unexpected joys. But many interruptions test our ability to trust God. By faith, we learn to embrace life's interruptions as the place God so often does miraculous things. We learn to respond with compassion and faith when things seem impossible. Jesus was almost always surrounded by crowds. Everywhere he went, they showed up. Jesus was constantly surrounded by people, and usually those people had questions and needs, and they weren't afraid to interrupt for them. Some people came to Jesus to really listen. Many came to watch the show and maybe walk away with a miracle of their own. If you were in his place, can you imagine how tiring and emotionally draining that work might be? Many people who work and serve people with great needs understand the fatigue that can go with it. Yet Jesus never seemed hardened to it. Luke records Jesus arrived at a village called Nain, and once again a crowd was following him. As they arrived, a funeral procession was coming out of the town. A widow was grieving, having lost her only son. Perhaps it isn't a surprise that Jesus acted immediately, raising the boy from the dead. That's the kind of thing Jesus was known for doing, healing, restoring, delivering. But Luke tells us more than just Jesus' actions. Luke records that when Jesus saw this grieving mother, his heart overflowed with compassion. His first words to her, "Don't cry." Jesus knew what it was to see a grieving mother. He knew what it was to see the tears of a broken and desperate person. They were around him every day, but his miracles weren't doled out like some bureaucratic charity service. Jesus cared. He saw this woman and his heart swelled with compassion. Too often, celebrities and busy personalities distance themselves from the complexity of people and their broken lives. It's easy for us to do it too. We protect ourselves from the messiness of it. And certainly, just as Jesus did at times, there's a place for us to retreat and receive from God. But we should be on guard that our heart does not become numb or indifferent to the needs of others around us. A heart that is never moved to compassion is a heart that cannot understand the heart of God. God's heart is moved for the needs of his people. If his Spirit is at work within you, your heart will be moved too. Paul urged the Galatians to not grow weary of doing what is good, especially to those in the family of faith. We should care for one another, and we should care about one another. So where does this compassion come from? Perhaps we learn it best from receiving compassion ourselves. Jesus' compassion for us led him to offer his life for us. We are those needy people. We needed Jesus and found him moved to compassion for us. Having received that grace, who can refuse it to others? Having experienced Jesus' compassion toward us, who can refuse compassion toward another? I don't think you'll have to wait long to put this lesson into practice. Open your eyes, open your heart, and you're going to see people in need. Don't be surprised if you're soon interrupted by someone like that. Might God be giving you an opportunity to respond with compassion today? How will you respond?